a song he taught us in his first show with the band, which was out in Blythe, California, a great Bluegrass Festival out there. And he taught us that song just before we went on stage. And I should have been paying attention to the words way back then. Didn't know I'd be singing it someday. But anyways, he is originally from Washington State, from beautiful Spokane. And he moved to Minnesota when he was about 2 years old. Washington right there, they're your peeps. And he moved to Minnesota when he was 2. Did you move out on your own, or did you...
Yeah, I did. I moved out and I got my own crib.
That's really cool. Very cool. Getting some groans from the front row.
Well, when you got to resort to 30-year-old hip-hop memes.
Well, anyways, he played rock and roll for a bunch of years until a friend did a very nice thing. His friend brought him to his very first bluegrass concert. And guess what? He got the bug, and he has been playing bluegrass music ever since. He's one of the founding members of a great Minnesota band called the High 48s, and they won the Rocky Grass Bluegrass Band Competition out in Colorado some years back. A few years later, we hired him full-time with Monroe Crossing. Love the way he sings and picks that guitar, writes great songs, and he's also the guy who books the band. So if you call us to hire us for your birthday party, he's the guy that you'll be, we can't do the song though.
Call him!
Lisa sings it. Okay.
Well, I'll take it.
You'll sing it. Okay, he's going to do Lisa's part.
I'll sing Lisa's part on this song, so I promise I won't sing her part on that last, okay? Is that a fair trade?
Make welcome my guitar, Mr. Derek Johnson.
Call him!
Call him!
Call him! Call him! Call him!
Beautiful rendition, Mark. Beautiful rendition.
Well, I ain't Monty. I'm more
No,
pretty.
you're great. Yeah, you're great. Hey, I'm going to turn around and introduce a guy who just introduced me. He is our only native-born Minnesotan in Monroe.
Yeah, sure, you betcha.
Yeah, sure. Hoofda. But, you know, I think this riding auditorium, I think it just might be enough room to house all your record collection. You think so? Think you can? He loves that classic bluegrass and classic country, and I think I got a few records from your collection spilled over into my house.
That's where they are.
That's where some of them are. I didn't even know if you noticed they were missing.
No.
But what a fabulous instrumentalist and vocalist he is. You know, he is a founding member of Monroe Crossing, helped start this band 19 years ago. He even came up with the name Monroe Crossing because he is a big fan of Bill Monroe, and as well as Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, and let's see, Doc Watson, and Jim and Jesse, and Osborne Brothers, and Don Reno, and man, he loves all that classic bluegrass. Spent a lot of time down in Beaton Blossom, Indiana as a teenager, learning how to play all this classic bluegrass, and that's where he met a lot of the first-generation bluegrass stars. And brought his talents back to Minnesota, has been playing now bluegrass music on stage for 40 years, ladies and gentlemen, 40 years. It's a big feat, especially when you consider he's only 41 years old. But what a talented guy. Wonderful mandolin player, a wonderful singer, and one of the finest MCs in bluegrass business. Put your hands together for Mr. Matt Thompson.
Lisa normally plays the Warner Brothers theme on her fiddle. She's probably doing that back in Minneapolis right now. What are we doing next?
I don't think your hands will be yet.
All right. Yeah, this is a song our original guitar player wrote, who's now living in Hawaii. It's called Heartache and Stone. 1, 2, 3.
All she left was pain. Each and every day hands. I could never find that pot of gold.
Road to happiness is paved with heartache and stone, heartache and stone. Road to happiness is paved with heartache and stone, heartache and stone.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much. We are going to have time for a couple more songs, and before we go, we're going to play this brand new one for you. This is a song I wrote not long ago when I was doing some traveling. We were traveling on tour with the band, but I decided to drive on my own to see some other historical sites, and I went out to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And I spent some time in the Gettysburg battlefield there, and a place I think every American should visit at least once in their life. And I stood up on Cemetery Ridge, and I was standing next to this big monument that was for the 1st Minnesota Volunteers. And since we're all from Minnesota, I read their story and was really moved and touched by the sacrifice they made on that day, and the sacrifices that so many people made on that day in that terrible affairs and American Civil War. And so I thought I'd better write a song for them, and I came back and penned this one. This is called The Ballad of the 1st Minnesota Volunteers. Day 2 at Gettysburg, Devil Dan lost his mind. He marched his New York brigade a mile in front of the Union line. The devil, he was proud, he had his own plan of attack. But after a little while, the devil's men came running back. Cemetery Ridge, it was the center of it all. And now the Union line was threatening to fall. General Hancock was determined, no, he would not lose the day. He needed a little more time before it all slipped away. Alabama, she was knocking on the Yankees' door. General Wilcox and his graves washed up like waves upon the shore. That's when the boys from Minnesota heard their number called. They formed a battle line and they ran into that wall. Every man knew what the order meant. Death and destruction to the entire regiment. They ran into that horror to save a little time. Time to say your prayers and try to hold the Union line. They ran on down that hill when Colonel Colville gave the call, and in a few minutes' time most of them would fall. Their colors fell 5 times. 5 times it rose again. 47 men remained to see reinforcements come marching in. Every man knew what the order meant. Death and destruction to the entire regiment. They ran into that horror to save a little time. Time to say your prayers and try to hold the Union line. They all said their prayers and they held the Union line. That's Derek Johnson.
Brand new song, we haven't recorded that one yet. Well, one more person to introduce. He's from